Yes, so I said, "Are you serious about that?" He said, "Yes." I didn't show any excitement, because I could not show any excitement. It was the deal. So I just said, okay, controlled myself. So, okay, yeah, it might help. Let's see. So anyway, he so I called my husband and I told my husband, I said, "Tom, we are going." I said, "God is alive." I said, "God is alive and He's hearing our prayers." Somebody walking inside the laundromat today want to buy it. He said, "Calm down. The laundromat's not sold yet. Don't get too excited." I said, "Tom, he's gonna buy the laundromat for 200,000. What do you think about he paying 5 years? Every month I'm gonna get like around $5,000." And he said, "Oh, I don't know. Let me get home first." So he got home, and then we talk and talk, and we got a conclusion that it was going to be a little bit risky to sell for 200 to pay 5 years. He was gonna give me like 50,000 down, and he was gonna pay the rest. Every 6 months, he was gonna pay me another 50, and I think it was 3 years, something like that. Yes, 4 years. So I said, "Listen, my situation is so bad that if I just can put this laundromat in somebody else's hands, it's just a blessing. Get $50,000 and let's run away. Let's just have this done." And he said, "Okay." So I talked to the Indian guy many times, going to his shop, and he comes to mine, got a conclusion. And I said, "So you can look for an attorney. I'm gonna look for an attorney. We're gonna write a contract and everything." And he said, "Great, so let's write a contract." So his attorney got in contact with my attorney, they wrote a contract, and this and that. So they finished the contract, and there was something wrong. So he said like this, "I am going to rewrite this contract because there's something that was not right, written correctly." So he wrote the contract, and that was Friday when he finished. And the Indian guy was away. He was gonna go for 1 week in vacation. And he called me, "Christine, I would like to sign the contract, but they're still writing, they're rewriting this contract." I said, "Yes." I said, "Don't worry, go on vacation. When you come back, you sign the contract, you put a deposit and everything, and then we go from there." And he said, "Great." So he went on vacation, and then when he went on vacation, uh, the guy who worked, a friend of mine who worked in a mechanic shop in front of the laundromat, said, "Christina, there is somebody who wants to buy our laundromat." I said, "Oh, my laundromat's already sold." And he said, "No, but he wants to buy. I'm gonna ask him to come to your laundromat." I said, "Okay." Well, I said, "It's nothing wrong about having two purchasers." And then this guy walked in, and he was an African American guy, like, very talkative, and he's just said like, "Wow, I'd like to buy a laundromat." I said, "Wow." I said, "Wow, that seems like crazy because it was so hard to sell for one person, to find one purchaser. Now I have two purchasers." And I said, "Okay." He said, "How much do you want?" I said, 175, cash. 175 cash, because I was more interested in paying off, getting the money, the guy paying off and leaving me alone. But I paid for the laundromat 150, and I wanted it 175. And he said, "Okay." So I said, "So, but there is a problem. There is another guy. I already have a contract with another guy. If you want to, you want me to change the contract from somebody else to you, you have to put down $100,000 and write a contract and sign before the Indian guy gets back." And then he said like this, "Okay." So he went to my attorney. Very difficult, very busy man, very, very busy. He had tons of stuff. He was very hard to take him to my attorney. He went there, he signed a contract, and he called me and said like this, I don't want to put 100,000. I want to put just 25,000. I said, okay, put 25,000. And then this way I dismissed the contract with the other guy. So I dismissed the contract with the Indian guy. And then we prepared the documents. It was one day before closing. Called my attorney. He said that he didn't want to buy anymore. And my attorney talked to him for hours and hours, trying to convince him that it was too late for that. He had to buy it. But nobody could make him buy it. He said, I'm willing to lose my $25,000 because it's just not enough customers there. And that was true, because it was summer. It was like summer now, but in Virginia, around September, October, it's still warm. And the people are not coming yet to the laundromat. They start coming when they have to wear sweaters like this, heavy stuff, jeans, and it's like January is a good month. But when it's hot, it's very, very slow. So I said, I kept a guy in front of this laundromat, sitting there, counting how many people go inside to wash clothes. I said, this laundromat's now worth $175. At that point, I already had showed him all my taxes that he asked for, and it was all what I made, so it was pretty promising. Okay, he wanted to sign this laundromat, but the thing is this: he asked me for the taxes for the profitable years. He did not ask for the taxes for 2009, and that was something beyond my understanding, because if he asked for the tax for 2009, that would scare him out of the deal. So anyway, I just told him, you have to buy it. My attorney said that, he was not gonna buy. I said, well, he has to buy it because I left the other deal because him. Anyway, I called my friend who is a good prayer person. She prays. She just said, don't worry, this is gonna happen. God's not gonna let this happen. You kidding me? She said, he let you go up to the day of closing. You think he's not gonna close? But she was so confident. That impressed me. And another thing is this: I was thinking, God let this run up to here, and now he's gonna just do like this to me, like let me fall. And oh my God, I just went to bed that day. I think I stayed in bed for 2 days. I was so nervous. I was praying to God, but then God, wonderful God, he said like this: is not gonna close today, it's gonna close tomorrow. I said, oh, do you know when you hear the voice of God, but you don't really think it's the voice of God? Yeah, we have to learn how to hear his voice. But that brought me peace. But I couldn't move from the bed. I stayed in bed. Next day, all day long, 5 o'clock gets there, 6, almost 6, it was when I got a phone call from my attorney saying like this: well, this guy, he said he would buy for 160. I said, sold for 160. So he wanted to put $15,000 down, but it still would give me more than what I paid for. So I left, I stand up from my bed and I just praised the Lord so hard. I was like, Gloria, hallelujah, gloria to God, he is so faithful. But I didn't want to get too excited because that guy was, yeah, I don't want, so I said tomorrow. And then the attorney said that it was going to close next day at 10 a.m. So I said, okay. So I said, after 10, I will, I will just jump all day long praising the Lord. Yes, it did happen next day. my husband, myself, my attorney, and him.